That should be working. Is it gonna show up? Excellent connection. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. No. Okay. Sounds like it's working. Oh. Alrighty. Let's give it a crack. I don't care how long this takes. Oh, hey. Voja. How's it going? Let me know if anything's too loud. What's that mean? I wish I could see what that meant. I don't know what the crown means, but I see a crown. Yeah, I just thought I'd do something. Kind of bored, so here I am. I don't know how long this is gonna take. I don't think this shouldn't be too long. And there's a reason why it's no Maguffins specifically, not low percent, because we'll take. Is that not the key? No. Oh, it's one. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh wait. No, I need to do this first. Hmm. Okay, let's see how long it takes me to not screw this up. I haven't done this in a long while. No, okay. This is what it's going to be like. For the very least, the first 5 minutes probably. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Ooh, wait. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Want a better launch than that. Want a proper good launch, hopefully. Nope. Big Loch Ness. Hello. Oh, not too slow. Damn. I haven't practiced this, by the way. This is completely off the cuff. I just thought about it and went, you know what? I did say I'd do low percent, but low percent, I haven't found a better way of doing it yet. So, no. You might not understand why I'm doing this, but just give it a bit. The whole point, what you want to do, is you want to get enough momentum from him that you trigger the checkpoint. So then you can save out and keep him in, keep him available in case you ever fall back into here. Technically, with no Maguffins, I could get upgrades, couldn't I? Oh, I already bought the health regen, so. But I specified no Maguffins. Yeah, I really didn't think this through. There we go, that's what we want. There we go. Pop in. Alrighty, and that means our guy, Percival, he's going to be chilling over there still. Oh. Oh, turn off the HUD. Nope, that's full screen. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. So we have a couple goals. We only really need some bones. And then we can, in theory, this should work quite easily. No. I don't expect no Maguffins to be difficult. I just wanted to mess around with it first. Okay, where'd that other one go? Yeah, it's gonna happen a lot. Well, I'd assume so. Loch Ness? I'd assume so, given the fact that you're here watching a Supraland live stream. It's a solid title. Fun game. Good times. I think I've got 4 bones. Yep. I think if I got up on there, that would probably be ideal. Or if I got over there, that would also work fine. Head along this way. Okay. Now from here, random fun fact. You want to press that button? What you need to do is you want to come over here. You need to jump up on this. You just need to jump and hit it. I'll put the HUD back to make it easier for me to see. Forget how long that takes. There we go. That's easy, nice and easy. Oh, I remember my password. I've just been a bit busy. So I'd like to get up to... Or can I get a good checkpoint over that side? Because that'd be ideal, based off the previous strats. What's going on? What's that? Oh, okay. That's nice. I got a package. Whippy. But yeah. Asland. Asland. And now we get to the second fun part. So all of these things I found while looking into Crash low percent, but considering how that is, I haven't actually found a way beyond. Otherwise I would be doing low percent right now. But I have got no clue how to get any further with low percent, so. And this is a really hard jump. Yeah, it's been a little bit. Been busy with life. Not dead. Sideways jump I don't think changes anything. I think you're got not omnidirectional, but doesn't matter what direction you're going in, your speed doesn't change. But don't worry, I'll certainly when Superworld enters early access, there'll be some there'll be some videos. That'll be a fun time. So yeah. I don't know, maybe sideways is fast. Oh no. I don't know if that so that's the issue. You said it, I just did it, but is it coincidence or is it, you know, just how it be? So that's good for there. Easy as it turn out. I'm just trying to think. How did I get up higher? I forget. I forget my own strats. I don't want to fall down there. That'd be awkward. How did I get up onto... That's how. Okay, and that'll get me high enough so that I can do that. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie karaoke. Did not want to be there. Go away. Up here, if I go around the side, I should be able to hook around. I don't want the checkpoint on this side. That's not going to be particularly helpful. Get up there, get across to there, get up that way. Yeah, this should work. Possibly. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. I just need to get high enough to set a checkpoint up here, and then I should be able to use... Let's just lower that down. That one there. To go straight to the end, just like the 80% speed run. This isn't meant to be a real speed run. This is just kind of me being silly. I'm not stressed about times. But yeah, so it's been fun. Recently unemployed. that's also why I've got a lot of spare time. I was like, oh, you know what? I may as well. I kind of, have some mild obligation. So yeah. I forgot I got this marked onto Z instead of control. Oh, come on. Nah. Alright, whatever. We'll see what we can do with that. There's no other checkpoints in the general area, so I'm not too concerned. That's what we want that jump pad for. And we just do the age-old classic technique. No. It was a smidge bit higher. That might have worked. Supraland hitless. Oh yeah, the arches are something else. If you wanted to cheese it though, if you really want to cheese it, what I would do is I think the arches can, if you save exit, I think they disappear. I think. I'll be honest, don't take that as fact, but you know what, that'll be an interesting checkpoint. We'll see what that does. But I do recall something like that occurring. Because I assume you're playing as normally as you can while doing it hitless. And it's not impossible. I think the rattle hag probably would have been a more annoying part to get past, but yeah, that'll do something, I reckon. But yeah, if I had to say, Supraland's probably the hardest in the series to do hitless. Mostly because there's so many ranged enemies. In Crash, you're mostly dealing with these little guys and the very rare and occasional mage. Oh no, I think there's also one demon that shows up for some random reason. Nope, that did not work the way I wanted it to. Oh, no, we'll give it a gander. Maybe it'll work a second time. But yeah, hitless is certainly interesting. There we go. Nah. To be fair, that's cheese. If you want to do it legit, you kind of gotta just tough it out and do it. That sends me in that angle. No, okay. Gonna go back and do it again. But yeah, that's certainly interesting, though it sounds like it'd be incredibly frustrating. You're just going along and then you get hit by a stray. Yeah. Yeah, it would certainly be intense. Oh, there we go. Oh, now I remember what I did. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be chill. Just gotta wait a minute. Gotta let the checkpoint cool down and relax a little. And then we'll be fine. But yeah, it's those arches. Even when you're trying to just zoom past them, either you snipe them or they snipe you. In saying that, another thing that might work and probably work. Oh, there's arches in Crash, aren't there? Yeah. If you get a big enough object and hold it up in front of you, they can't hit you. So that would also work. I don't know what you'd need though, because it'd have to be relatively large. Generally, they aim for your body. So even in Crash, if you hold up the battery in front of you while you're traveling between the things, they'll generally just hit the battery as opposed to you. But occasionally they, get your shoulder or something and then you're gone. But the archers in Crash are meant to be insta-kill, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, I think it's... I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping track of the timer, so I don't know when I started. I do know I'm about I'm about 8 seconds behind on the stream, so that's fun. There we go. I can go here, that's fine. No. Oh, maybe that would work. I reckon I can hit that. There we go. No. Does that land me on the ground? It does. Lands you right here. That's... Okay. Okay, I'm now standing. Okay. Could be... Okay, that's gonna be decent. There we go. Easy peasy. And now where's that? That might be a little awkward. And now we wait another minute. That's the thing with Crash. There's a lot of waiting. That's why the any percent flicks between the two different checkpoints. Also because it's just faster and a better setup position. One more minute and she'll be right. She'll be right. I'll be honest, I'm still not sold on the art style change. I'm a bit mixed opinion. Like, I understand why they made that change, because that's the direction they want to go in, you know, with it looking like, you know, all real stuff, like a kid's toy box and all that. So I understand that side of it, and so I do respect the change. I'm just not the biggest fan, because I do like this style, but... You know, it's not too bad. I'm a bit more concerned about the lighting, but... Nah. Okay, that's not gonna work. But it's not a bad art style. They're still very expressive. They're way more expressive now than they were before, but I still liked how expressive they were, so I'm not too stressed about it. Okay, this will add a little bit. What angle is that on? I want it to be a bit higher, but somewhere around here should do it. Boop. Okay, this should be fine. Maybe. Oh. That might work. That might be enough. But yeah, that's what my ultimately that's what my thoughts are for the art style change. You know what? I just had an epiphany. We'll see how that works. This will help. I'm almost certain this will help. We're waiting a little more. Unfortunately. Let's take a sip of water. Of what I got left anyways. Must be out of practice. 18 minutes. For shame, for shame. Yeah. About a 10-second difference. It's not too bad latency wise. Oh, how's everyone been? How have you fellas been, anyways? Loving life? What do we got? Oh, so close. Okay, very funny. Very funny. Very, very funny. Should make me a little closer. I'm like an inch away. There we go. Up here, then go down, trigger the checkpoint. Because the checkpoint is like across. It's a bit of a weird checkpoint, this one. Trigger it up here, and with the added height, the height translates to horizontal momentum, I'm pretty sure. Or is it just distance? I can't remember. I know I got it marked down somewhere. But it's something. Yeah, the taller you are, the greater the horizontal momentum. I think. I'm not entirely sure. But it's something like that. It's a bit wonky, given the fact that it's an entirely unintended mechanic. So, I suppose I should not be surprised. Boopity boo, it's fun time indeed. Waiting for things to go, go, go. But yeah, this shouldn't be too much longer. And unlike low percent, I actually mean it. I screwed that up completely. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, now I gotta wait for another minute. Yippee! Who else is excited? Because I am. I've thought about other challenges as well. The issue with, specifically for Supraland, I was like, oh, can you do a no 2 times speed? And I went, well, not without glitches, because you run into the issue of that one pipe that requires you to have jumps, and you can jank around it, I guess, but it's kind of, it's not very, I don't know, not very sportsmanlike, if that makes sense. It feels a little cheeky. So I'm not the biggest fan of things like that. That's why I haven't done it, because you can beat every other game with that 2 times speed. Albeit slowly, but you can do it. Okay, that should be a bit higher. And we should be good. Possibly. Okay, No. What's plan B? What's a good plan B? I guess because that's off to the right. If it was off to the left, the checkpoint's a bit further that way. We'll see. We'll see. Put it off in this direction. See how that changes it. Because my horizontal distance should be slightly better. This has got the same degree of finickiness that... Oh, that would work. I'd probably work effectively. I probably don't need to do what I'm doing, maybe. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to hit that checkpoint there while I'm in the air, so it'll... You might get more horizontal, but you won't get much vertical. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out the hard way. Or I guess the fun way, depending on how you want to look at it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, you're joking. Almost perfectly at the lip. Oh, surely I must be able to get higher than that. Maybe I'll go a little bit further out. That should work a bit better. So close yet so far. So it was almost perfect to go straight in and hit the teleport barrier, but just a little bit too short. Oh, this was all very hypothetical. So my biggest issue I was having with low percent, and by low percent I mean if I tried to not grab absolutely anything, is you've just got nothing. Like the closest you've got is that lever right over here. Camera. There we go. Is that lever. Right? But the issue is, without any upgrades, you can't get to that lever. There is no actual feasible means of getting over to that lever. Because we have no means of gaining height or anything like that. The closest thing we have is these things. But the issue is, if you trigger the checkpoint in there, and how are you coming back out? Because you've got no way of getting over this wall. And you can't get to the battery. So you're just kind of stuck with nothing. So there'd probably need to be a new bug. Because unfortunately, the issue with current low percent rules is by grabbing the bones on the ground, they count as percentage. Collecting 3 of them, which is what you'd need to just be able to win, makes it go up a percent, which is more than what you get for picking up the boots. The boots don't actually give you any completion percent. This is too low. No. Let's think. Well, that was annoying. It's too short by the tiniest amount. Okay, we're going to go for a in the middle. We're going to jump on the jump pad and then run to the checkpoint. But yeah, that was the problem I was having with low percent. And it's still something I still don't have any means of figuring out. Because you can't progress any further forward. And you can't do anything there. You can hit the lever that's down that way. Down where the stone step is, right? That opens that door. But you run into a problem of it doesn't work because it's too slow. It moves really slowly and it doesn't give you the boost that you would need to actually get flung anywhere. So, yeah. And 6 inches low percent, I don't know what the best idea with that is, because it is. There's a couple things, and I haven't looked at it in a long while. I'd be well out of practice. Nope, that's straight up. Add more bugs, yeah, we'll see. Hey, fella. Woo, did that up? Ah, progress, no. It's okay. What other checkpoints can I gain access to? Because clearly this is not on the cards. This doesn't seem to be working the way I want it to. Because that's giving us a lot of height, but it's not giving us any speed. Because the checkpoint needs to be further away for speed. If only they didn't put a roof on this. So I know the checkpoint's like right over near that tree line. Oh, it's also a little bit over there. I can't jump up on that, can I? Nope. Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah, there's a checkpoint right there. But if you trigger the checkpoint, you can't get back out. So you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But this isn't the end of the world. But I have a plan. It's a brilliant plan. It's one of the greatest. Once I figure out what it is. I figured out my plan. It'll be a difficult plan. But it should work. What's that gonna do? That'll do. We just need a different lever. We'll try a different lever. We'll see how a different lever goes. Specifically that one. There we go. Open that up for us. How many bones we've got? 2. I think we need 3 for this one. Yep. Luckily, there's one over there that I prepared earlier. Or I could grab that one too. You can make the jump. But as I said, that lever does nothing. So you've got nothing. Which is a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But yeah, so far it seems like the lowest you could technically go is you need to grab the boots, or you need to bite the bullet and grab 3 bones. But it's definitely, really depends. Now let's see how ridiculously fast this is. The height difference shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's going to be lower than me. Which means that's probably going to throw me down. Let's give this a crack. Okay, so that sent me down. So the other way probably would pull me up. Out of the way, monkeys. Wow. They're not particularly an animal, but they run around like monkeys. Alright. Quick and easy. Really? Well, I'll be. But if I do it the other way, so that sent me flying down, so that should send me flying up, and should be done. This is what happens when you just make stuff up and you've actually got no idea what you don't have a plan. How did I get it right the first time? Okay. Third time's the charm. I guess this is the 4th time. There we go. I should do it. Well, not quite, but I could make it work. Yeah, as a thought. Because my checkpoint's lower in height compared to the height of the lever, it sends me in the opposite direction. It's a little funny quirk. Hey, look, there's a red coin. So long. Oh, there's an invisible wall right there. Huh? What? What do you mean? There's meant to be a roof. Where's the roof? What are you talking about? Why is there no roof? Ah, okay, there you go. There's another way out of bounds in case you didn't know. Huh. I did not know that was there. This whole time there has been an easy way to escape, and I've always been going the most difficult way. What is wrong with me? Well, there you go. There we go. That's it. I know that one's gonna make it, probably. Hopefully. Oh, come on. I landed there. Well, that was certainly an interesting discovery. I didn't know that there was a gap in the roof there, because there's a roof above, but for some reason there isn't one in that particular location. It's a bit strange. Okay. Oh, actually, that would not have mattered. In fact, I don't even know why I'm doing it this way. I'm a clown. I opened up the shortcut intentionally so that I can just easily get in by just going over here and then walking in. Rookie mistake. Okay. Well, since I know that, maybe I'll be able to walk along it straight to the end. That'd be nice. I figure I may as well. Okay. There was just a weird gap, like slightly over there that you can fit through. Well, color me surprised. Yellow. Yellow is surprised. That's what color. Ah, I'll grab the bone. I'm right here. I suppose I'll take a look at this other one as well. How many bones I got now? 2. I think this one only needs 2. Give this other one a shot. It's taken way longer than I thought it would, too. Since it's lower, this is going to, in theory, shoot me like an absolute rocket. Or do nothing because I couldn't press it. Okay. Hmm. This is a one-time use only. I see. I wish that wasn't the case, but okay. That's a compromise I'll have to live with. That one's 4 and that one also goes that way, which would be the opposite to the direction I want it to go. Oh, not much else I can do. I suppose I could trigger a higher checkpoint using this to trigger that said checkpoint. And that would solve my most immediate problem. Okay. No, there's just a weird gap because there's now another wall in my way. So there's just a weird gap here. Huh. Well. Come on. Can we trigger the checkpoint? Where'd that checkpoint trigger? I reckon it triggered right here on the ground. It did. Rigged. That was an awful lot of effort to get that checkpoint too. And now I have to do it again. Things don't go the way I planned. No, that'll be what it'll have to be. I was like, yeah, this will probably take 20 minutes. It has been twice that long currently. Well, now I can't land on this one, so that's makes it a bit more awkward. I don't know if I've ruined it or not. I might have. Which would be kind of depressing, but... Come on, hurry up. If I hit around here... No, 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 no. Well, that's annoying. Alright. They don't have the ability to get up here, so I'm safe to wait out the next minute. An awful lot of waiting. Too much waiting. Insane amount of waiting. Almost should be in a restaurant with how much waiting there is. The food on display is shameful. Alright, that checkpoint should be about ready. Who else is mad? There's only the two of you here. It's okay, this should be fine, hopefully. I'll find out the hard way. Oh, I missed. I probably should have put boring in the title so people understand. This isn't entertaining. Yes, kill me. Free me from my pain. This shouldn't even be that hard. Maybe if I actually prepped instead of randomly starting it out of nowhere, this might have gone a lot smoother. Probably should also talk with a bit more pep in my, a bit more step in my throat. I don't know what the saying is, but I think I'm sounding a bit too boring in not in the good way, just in a bit of a so pep it up a little bit. More waiting. I cannot wait. Probably should have landed. Aimed to land around there. I would have still kept a decent checkpoint. Okay. That's a jump. This should work better than it did before. Potentially. I don't have a lot of hope. But who needs hope when you can cope? That's an interesting idea. A very interesting idea. It's a crazy. So crazy it just might work. Yeah, you little bastards. How dare ye? Theory. That's so far beneath me that I'm gonna get sent to the stratosphere. And I did. Not in the way that I wanted, but not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, come on. Now it takes 2 seconds to recharge. Whatever, we'll compromise. Suppose I could hit that and that could work. Yeah, we'll give this another shot. Maybe this will just work. Maybe it won't. No. Not enough horizontal momentum. That's the killer. That is ultimately what kills you. If we had more horizontal momentum, we'd be doing fine. For that, we'd need to be further away slightly. Only slightly, not by a lot. I'm trying to see if I can get that little bit of extra momentum with walking forward, because it adds a small amount, but it's enough to matter. Nah, I just won't do it. Well, there is option B. I love option B, though. Option B shouldn't be too bad. I always have a new idea, don't worry. I'm saying this is taking considerably longer than I ever had intended. Well, that's what happens when you know, haven't done anything for months. You kind of, you know, lose your practice. And then if I go over this way, that'll send me. This this ought to be interesting. Go away, you annoying prick. Oh, that's a neat little thing they can do, by the way. They can jump off the thing, and if you're beneath them when they jump, you get sent sky high. Just a random thing that can happen. You're annoying. That should do it. Maybe. Hmm. Oh yeah, I did test this, didn't I? I think I've tested something like this before, and then somewhere over this way you can walk, jump off, and you'll trigger the checkpoint at just far enough to this left-hand side where if you go up there and then you use your fling and then you can walk around, and in theory, that's all I can say. I'm nothing but theories at this point. It's probably too soon. Or not. Actually, hopefully that rock might adjust my trajectory. Be helpful. Not gonna go holding my breath. They are really unrelenting. That'd be a decent. Now there's a checkpoint there, but that checkpoint wouldn't help me. You'd have to be over there or something to. There we go. New chats. There's a checkpoint up there. Or I could use this checkpoint. No, because the flinging is just not quite right. And there's Percival down there, ready to steal nothing. Hmm. There we go. Start following me. You're here. I don't even know. Brain went blank. Brain turned to mush. I really don't like pathfinding out here. If you can, though, trick them. They can wait, hold that button down. Well, that's no fun. We'll bring it closer. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is now trial and error only. Oh, this I shouldn't be surprised. I was like, ah, yeah, 20 minutes easy. 1 hour later. I'm not good at estimating things if I haven't already pre-practiced them. Come on. What? I mean, just because we're already there. Still surprised by that weird gap in the wall. That's not something I expected. Go like that. No. Not a very good idea. Do I have any good ideas in the... Just one. Though I know that doesn't work the way that I want it to, so... We'll see. Some things work a little funny. Not particularly. Well, that's honest, that's just sad. All that height and you get nothing for it. What does that have to do with them hitting me over here? It's actually become a lot more peaceful since they got themselves stuck. That'd be a nice little font mix. You know what? We're here, may as well check out this checkpoint. Maybe it'll be more efficient than every other checkpoint I've been trying to use put together. I don't see that being likely, but it is, I suppose, on the cards. Because that sends it that way, so I'd have to... Well, that was just poor timing. Yeah, we'll go with that normal checkpoint for a minute. We'll normal lever that lever there before trying to do any weird, silly shenanigans. I got one. Grab 3 more bones. I could give that one a shot. That's also a single use, so it's not ideal, but it'll be fine. You know what? That's got some potential. I'd like to... My own words haunting me. I'd like to get this done within the hour. I'd be very annoyed if I couldn't, but it's more difficult than I thought it would be, really. I was like, oh, no, it'll be easy. I've got an approximate idea of what I need to do. What else do I need? Well, apparently you need to actually try it first and do the smallest amount of research at least. That's going to be a challenge to fight. If I use that lever, or I get over there and trigger that checkpoint, and then use that with that lever, because that should give me an appropriate swinging motion. Oh, but it's still going to be lower. That's the real problem. Checkpoint heights. They're a nightmare. But I suppose if I set it up over there, that's probably far enough away that I can use that other lower one and it will probably, maybe, work better. I do not know. Come on. Come on. Next time. This will work properly. If I had fire, that'd be nice. If I had a million things, that'd be great. Oh, to make this super easy, I could just grab the boots. Problem solved. Yes. Definitely need to be a little bit faster. There's no checkpoint up here. Bravo me. But that wasn't too far off from what I wanted anyways. Oh. Hello, fella. Creep. Oh yeah. Nearly there. I see the ending. It is close. Probably. Really wish I wasn't filled with such uncertainty, but there we go. Ah. Actual progression? What's that? Painful. No, I don't want that. Oh, no, I don't want that. Yes, needlessly painful. That's okay. I might actually get this done within an hour. That's silly. Up to 3% completed. Because I collected so many loose bones. How many bones do I have? 2. So I could do that way faster now that I actually know what I'm doing. No. Come here. Thank you. Why do it the normal way? When you can do it the fast way. Easy peasy. And you know what? I might even run it back. Because realistically, I think... Oh... What can I do with that? Yeah, activate my checkpoint, whatever, I don't care. How do I want to go? How do I want to escape? Now I have actual movement. Suppose I could just do the normal things. I don't know. Cha-ching. Oh, there we go. Talk about painful. I can actually move. Okay, I don't know if sub 1 hour Might have to do it again. Pop this way, pop this way. Yes, fall down here. Just like that. We pop up. Hold up as high as you can. Last checkpoint. Boom. You get to keep the ball. Well, huh. Oh. Oh, right. I see. I forgot I didn't open this. That's okay. Probably. There we go. Easy as. Oh. From there, actually, I think... Ah, yes, I forget. That should still work, though. Once you trigger the checkpoint up there, it messes with the checkpoint system. This should still... You still trigger checkpoints. You just don't trigger them the way that you probably... that you traditionally do. So what ends up happening is the game puts you in... you know, finale mode. It puts you in end game mode. And it does one of two things. Because remember, you're not supposed to be able to get up there outside of loop 6. And I think I went the wrong way. I did, but we can work around that. But yeah, you can, since you're not supposed to get there outside of loop 6, you're also not supposed to save a checkpoint there. But the game still saves a checkpoint there because, well, it's a checkpoint. It's just not meant to actually save. And so it breaks a couple of things. So although we're triggering those checkpoints, the checkpoints aren't being saved. And so when I reload this file, and I'll do it in a second once I beat it, what happens, that kind of disappears. That's funny. Anyways, what will end up happening, let's just move in here quickly so I don't have to watch the cutscene. Come on, there we go. What ends up happening is the game locks you into that top area, so it doesn't matter what other checkpoints you hit. Yeah, my landing does need work. And so does my prep and everything else, really. Oh, right, yeah. 1 hour, 59 minutes. Whoopee. Oh, I did it. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't have a plan at all. And I especially didn't have a plan. I thought it was going to be way sooner. I think it's 2 o'clock. I still got about a couple hours. Alright, I don't have the thing. Yeah. So at this point, you're technically able to die. So I'm off to the right there. But I'm invisible. Because your body is physically there. But you're technically not there, if that makes sense. Like if I kill myself, nothing changes. But I'm technically, I think I'm spawning. There we go. And so now you can do a bunch of things. You know, like you can head to the next thing while in the cutscene. No, you cheating bastard. Actually, can I? No, yeah. The camera gets forced into a lower FOV than what you've got set. So I don't think. What if I set it even lower? Yeah, it doesn't change anything because it's being overridden. No. I was so close to triggering another cutscene, and it would have been a mess. Lol. There we go. Something's gonna happen. Let's pop us back somewhere. Oh. Is that sand from me? Oh. I don't think the game appreciates what I've been doing to it. Why am I even lower to the ground? Oh. What? I'm still moving. I don't speak German, so maybe one day. And there's no English version of this, so rip the dream. It's actually, I don't know how loud that is on your end. Very loud on my end. Crash. Yes, it's all capital. Well, it's all capitalized. But oh well. It technically has a direct translation if you look at like the English subtitles, but not an actual. It doesn't line up with the song. Joshua Karek. Damn. To think, what? When was this? This was 2020. That was so long ago. But, you know, I had a good time when I first played it, 5 years ago. It was a good time. I'm saying I wasn't playing on a decent computer back then. I was playing on like a laptop integrated graphics, and it was, oh boy, was it rough. Well, to be fair, 2020 was a bit rough for everyone, but you know, the whole pandemic and everything. But you know, debatably, yeah, they were probably better times to extent. There was what, less war? There was less war than there is now. You know, America was less stupid. The internet was more peaceful. Maybe. I don't know. There's a bunch of. There's so much happening now. Oh, I was young back then. Could you imagine? Oh. Who would believe it? Now I'm an old man. Yeah. I still prefer this art style. You know, the cartoony art style. But, hey. You take what you can get. And the new art style isn't too bad. Ish. Okay. And to show what I was talking about before, it's going to drop me here. Okay? Don't worry about me. I talk waffle. Oh, but you do turn green, so in case you ever want to paint yourself, you can paint yourself blue, green, or red. I mean orange. So what was it? What? Well, because it was a... No, I think I remember now. So a cutscene forces a checkpoint to be saved because it forces you to save the game. But if you trigger other checkpoints, that remains your permanent checkpoint from before. Yeah, that's fine. Question is, do we run it back? Because I do it a lot faster this time. Easy peasy. I got a better idea of what I'm going to do this time around. And so it should go considerably faster. Probably. It takes me another hour, I might hit myself. Yeah, I gotta save some time to finish cooking dinner. A nice slow cook roast tonight. It'll be nice, hopefully. Probably. Cooked it before, so it should be good. Oh, yawn. Okay. It's fine. This isn't a real category, so we're just gonna ignore that. There we go. Alrighty. Nope. Hopefully it takes me less than a minute to do this time. It can be a bit finicky though, because even other people that try just doing the regular any percent speed run struggle to hit it because it's not intuitive. You got to practice it a fair amount. So yeah, it's a bit rough. But I reckon this next attempt, sub 1 hour, or your money back. Maybe. Well, there's no money involved, but if there were, actually, I need that. There we go. Sweet. And the funny bones didn't even see me. I think that's a 3. I've got to actually get around there, though. Oh. Right. I can't just walk up. I might have screwed the pooch. I don't know. Ow. No. Okay, no, I can salvage that. That's easy. Okay, I didn't ruin the whole thing. It'd help if I didn't screw that little jump up though. No, you got a bit of a window. Not that big of a window, you silly goose. There we go. Finally, some decent food. But yeah, I'm willing to bet sub 1 hour this time. I think I'm right to be confident in that. No, I missed. You know what, let's just put the HUD back on. That'll make it a bit easier. Yeah, well, I'd be kind of sad if I didn't. Could you imagine? I'm just missing completely. There we go. So I need that active. I need to go over there. I need to get up higher. Ish. I mostly just need to be able to get over to here. The only checkpoints that I have are over there and technically on that other side, but you don't want to waste those. Nope. Almost feels like you go faster doing things a little bit. Like when I was jumping up before, it felt like I did it faster somehow, but I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Okay, easy as. Wander around. No, that'll just trigger the checkpoint beforehand. I want to trigger it a little earlier. So that lets me get up onto there, which lets me activate that, go down, land on this, bounce up, and then go over that way. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I do need to go around, so I'm gonna have to wait a minute. For shame. One minute. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. And once I've done with this run, I don't know what I'm going to do. That might just be it for today, because I probably should work on my resume. Yes, I rhymed it on purpose. I like rhymes. Minutes at a time. Exciting stuff. Yeah, given the angle, I want to go right here. Should land me straight where I was before. And yeah, should be that easy. Probably. Hopefully. Yep. Missed. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but generally, since not a lot of time zones overlap with Australia, it's be late at night for most other people. Well, that's something I haven't seen before. That was exciting. Interesting. So I think it went to just bounce me up with the leftover momentum. I think that's all it did. Okay, so it was just a really perfectly placed thing. There we go. I think I've got a monkey for a brain. Because I didn't trigger the checkpoint that I wanted. So I've just kind of, what is wrong with me? I just made it worse. I will, but yeah, I'll get through this rather quickly. This should only take 20 minutes, probably. Even with the improv that I now have to do. Okay, that's awkward. I'm gonna go in this gap here. This should be fine. Probably. Just stop it. You're the worst. Okay. Oh, you piece of shit. I think that's the same checkpoint. Hmm. Hmm. I suppose I could, really quickly. Alrighty, that'll speed up the process. Why is it so much taller? No horizontal momentum though. Hmm. Have I been stupid this entire time? Surely not. But it is possible. I wouldn't put it past me. Yeah, that definitely won't make it. Okay, I'm glad I just wanted to reaffirm that. It would have been awkward if it had been. Okay. Okay, let me just. Gears turning. I think I have 4 bones on me. Sorry, 1 bone. I meant 4 bones. I had 4 bones, and therefore I used 3. Not always the best at thinking, but okay, this should be fine. So that's 2. I just need 1 more. And then I just need to trigger my checkpoint over there. And then it should be easy as. Yes, you can make this. I have done it before. And there's also like a bone over there. I've got a lot of bones. I've got a lot of bones to pick with you. A lot of bones indeed. How dare they? I want to start from this side. Come down here. There we go. Yeah, should be within the next, what, 5 minutes, probably. And then it'll be just easy as. Go away. No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You. Ah, nuts. They really are unrelenting. The AI is just something else. Now they're guarding the entrance. Continue being stupid over there, please. I appreciate your lack of intelligence. No. Now, once they get on that, they get very stuck to an Look at that. They're just confused. They've got no idea what they're doing. And it was this way. Okay, we're like that. Is that? Yeah, that's close enough. Cool. Okay. There we go. See? I told you I'd do it way faster this time. Heaps faster. In fact, if I'm fast enough, it'd be almost 4 times the speed, which... Wow, that's not too bad. Second attempt, no Maguffins. Making it up. Making it up as we go along. don't ask if there'll be a Supraland no Maguffins, because you might get stabbed. It'd be faster than low percent, because no Maguffins, technically I could probably get away with grabbing, because I sped no Maguffins, I could probably get away with getting like jump height and 2 times speed. Because this isn't like low percent, it's just about not using the main items. But at the same time, oh, come on. You know, in spirit, you know, no upgrades. Because technically, what's the force beam? What's the force cube? Is it a MacGuffin or is it an upgrade? Now, I believe it to be a MacGuffin because it's a major item. I kind of just consider it to be part of the same crowd, but I don't know. What do you think? Come on. Why do you gotta be like this? Why is the game gotta be uncooperative and not do exactly what it's not supposed to do? I can't believe it. There we go. That's all I needed. Victory. I'm not getting it within 15 minutes. Yup, the ball can just stay there. I'll go get a new one. Or I could also get it with getting the body, I guess, but the ball's gonna be easier. That's fine. Yeah, I do understand that. They're the crystals. So anything else like the boots technically wouldn't be considered MacGuffins. Not by as in sure by the definition of the word they might be considered MacGuffins, but by how the game treats different items and what it talks about, it might not be considered a MacGuffin. No, that's okay. But you know, it's more fun to try no upgrades anyways. Oh, wait. Huh. I threw that way further than I thought I would. Okay, I'll do it with what I know how to use. Maybe. Once again, I haven't really done any percent in forever either, so I'm out of practice. So that's down to like, what, 3 minutes and 30 seconds or something? I think it's what we got up to, or was it like 2 minutes 30? I don't know, crashes is ridiculously fast. Oh, that was so close. Okay, okay. If I did it properly, I would have already nearly beaten it by now, but you know what, I'm just nah, too late. I'm stuck. I'm on this. I'm doing this. I gotta have a bit more forward momentum. I'm just gonna grab the ball. I'm just gonna grab the ball. You know, I think we've all made mistakes, and that was one of them. I should have just grabbed the ball the first time. It would have been easy. Would have been done. Wouldn't have even had to worry about it. But no, nope, could not do that. Not even a little bit. Had to be silly about it. Don't do it again. Don't. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we in the end game. I don't even need the big ball, so I don't actually have to tediously start a checkpoint and be like blah blah blah. It's fine. It's easy. I think it's about 219. I'll keep that in mind. There we go. New objective. Woo. Oh, the music doesn't stop playing. Did that happen last time? I do not recall. Or whatever, we did it. Clown, please. 3 times faster as opposed to 4 times faster. I can take that. That's because I turned my HUD back on. Oh, that, you know, that would be a masochistic challenge. Any percent speed run, but you're not allowed to turn your HUD off. Now that would be dreadful. Because it not that it's not designed to turn the HUD off. You can turn the HUD off. But on console you can't. So if you wanted to do the same strats, you got to get that timing down. And God, that sounds miserable. That's why, not that we've gotten any, I've never seen anyone speedrun the console version anyways, so I don't know. Okay. This should be it. Oh, come on. Getting sub 20. I hope. Please? Please? Okay. Oh. That would have been awkward. If I got stuck in the cutscene, I couldn't even manage sub 20. For shame. Whippy, I did it. Woo. This completely arbitrary speedrun that I made up all the rules for on the fly. Woo! Yeah. There we go, I did it. So this is how long I thought it would take when I did the first run. Because I went, even if I, like, screw it up a bit, it should be really fast. No, not as fast as you'd think. But hey, here we are. Finally, after all this time. Wow. Not much of a point. Oh. I gotta wait before I can exit. Oh. I gotta wait for that other cutscene to finish. Oh, the camera's a bit wonky. Not yet, not yet. There we go. Just got a last checkpoint. Come on. What? Huh? How am I getting hurt? Where am I? Where's my check? Oh no. I think I'm all the way back at the beginning again. I don't think it... Normally it sets off a checkpoint once you finish that first cutscene. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, it's terrifying. Cinematic cutscene. No? Can I put my HUD back on? I can put my HUD back on. Oh, okay. Apparently this doesn't count. I'm looking right at him. Does not count. Oh, right, yeah, I can't interact with anything because I'm in cinematic mode. And if I had the money, I couldn't afford it. But I can interact with people. I'm still all the way back at the beginning. That's very funny. It'll send me back soon. TM. Soon TM. Surprised my connection's so good. Typically it isn't. It's not a very I don't have the greatest internet. No, there we go. Can't believe they'd leave such an obvious flaw in their game. Poor shame. Where am I now? Oh, no, I 100% got to do that. Time to invalidate the run. Oh no. I can't pick them up. The game says no. Oh, it's so weird playing with that type of FOV. Feels terrible. Oh, no. Ah. There we go. Only 1% this time. See? Massive improvement. 10 out of 10. I'll just exit. Because the whatchamacallit, the Who's Mahala, the credits, there we go, the credit song is actually really loud, so. What are all these? I don't know what all these are. Oh, they're probably from save file shenanigans that I was messing around with at a point in time. That's obviously force beamless. I think this one might be without 2x speed, and these are just other ones. So I think with force beamless, you're short one. You can get everything except for one thingamabob. Well, no, not one. As in, there's 21 you can't get, but you need 105, and the only ones left on the map that you cannot get are the ones from the second thief. From Loop 2 Thief. They're the only ones you can't grab. Force beamless. Otherwise, you can get every single other piece of scrap. One of them requires some out of bounds shenanigans, but outside of that, you're good. Right here. This one. You just can't do it. Because you can't get anything through there without the force beam. See, normally what you'd do in like the speed run is you'd force beam it to break it, and then you'd force that in. You'd just throw it in there and you'd teleport in, easy peasy. But unfortunately, for all of us, because you don't have the force beam, that never changes state. So it's permanently locked in. Because if we... Right here. It's the only reason. It's the only thing that stops you from being able to beat the game, even with all the glitches you want, ignoring obviously skipping to the end, because I don't think that really counts as much. Yes, you can skip to the... Yes, you can skip to the end, which would count, and that's how I've got the green skin on in the first place. But yeah. Well, you'd have to find some way to clip through like a no clip, or a way to force, and it forces you through the wall. In which case, then yes, you could get it. Though you might end up getting stuck inside because I think there's a checkpoint in there. Oh, there might not be. No, actually, I don't think there is. But that's what you'd need to be able to do. You need to be able to clip in, and I have never been able to find a way to clip in. I've tried so many different methods. Heck, I even tried activating the final cutscene while standing like on the roof, because I know it pulls you through, and I think that might let you trigger the cutscene that's in there, but I don't know because it didn't work, so I could only assume that that's not how that works. But yeah, it is my single thing stopping. So yeah, there's some fun info for you. But otherwise, you know, you can technically beat the game. That's the thing with most of Crash's challenges. It's more interesting if you can get through every loop. And you can get through all loops but one. And then, let me think. What else is somewhat interesting? Nothing that I can recall at this moment. There's a lot of weird quirks. Now, this wasn't... I don't think I went for 100% with this save file. Because obviously all the candles are unlit. Because, well, I just didn't light them up. Though this is a consequence of... We've got the burglar captured, but he is still sitting in his area. Because, obviously, we haven't changed the states. So this guy still thinks there's someone back there, because there is. It's time travel. Time travel shenanigans. And he's kind of broken too. Because I think he's meant to be talking to someone else that's standing here. But once again, because it's all been done out of order, it's just jumbled it all up. And you got this guy who's less than impressed. This is what baked lighting does. They had to, you know, put a shadow on the stick. But because the stick is no longer here, the shadow's still here because you'd have to rebake all the lights. And look, there's another cop right here. So we've got 3 police officers for this small town. I guess crime is rampant these days. Oh, wow. Orange Goku. But yeah. I don't really know what to do now. That's why I'm just mucking about. I don't think, yeah, I didn't go for all the Waldos. Because there's the, I think that's the loop. That's one of the Waldos. There's a couple Waldos that only appear exclusively on certain loops, so. Because I didn't get the stats page or anything, because otherwise I'd be able to see all the ones that I've missed. I think I did grab it at some point, but then I reverted a save. For some reason. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I did this playthrough probably a couple years ago now. So it been done long time. So yeah. I think what time is it? It's been only an hour 40. Invisible walls. No. Obvious area. Huh. Well, now that's interesting. No, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Ah, yeah, the gap's just a little bit too small. Maybe if you're doing rocking 30 FPS, it might squeeze through. But it's also nothing to be worried about. It just put you up there, if anywhere, which is not a particularly hard spot to get to. One more time, find the last few morsels of scrap and bones. Yes. Now, could you beat... No, you couldn't beat all loops without the Maguffins. So, that'd be a bust. You could probably do loop 1. Thinking about it. Oh, God. All right, yeah, because this is what my checkpoint was. It didn't actually change. And now I am weak. Hmm. Summer best segments. Why does it say 1 minute 40? Oh, 1 minute 44. That's not right. Huh? What is it? What did I do? I just hit. You know what? I don't care. It's done. We're all happy. I think that's enough for me today, I reckon. I think I'll pop off now. Yeah. So, thank you all for coming. Hope you had. I wouldn't say fun. I wouldn't call this fun, but you know, hope you had fun. I guess. And yeah, some other time. I'll see you some other time.